Hi guys, it's Tom from AlansBMX. In this video we're going to be talking about brake cables, just the basics. If you're not sure what brake cable you're going to have to buy for your bike, then this is a video for you. So this is brake cable basics. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a basic cable. So for example, it's the Savage cables that we sell. They're pretty cheap, £3. They've just got a standard outer and a standard steel inner. They come with the ball end that fits into your brake lever on one side, and the other end is just a straight end cable to go into your straddle bridge, which is the part on your brake which basically there's the straddle cable that comes out of the brake. It's a big curved cable that goes through the straddle bridge, and then the end of your standard cable, or straight cable it's called, will go straight into that straddle bridge. So these are just cheap, get you going, will get your brakes working for a reasonable price. There's nothing really special about these compared to say like a linear cable, which I'll explain in a minute. These are just, will get you going if you're just looking for a basic brake cable. These also work on the mountain bikes as well. They're just a standard cable. Moving on from the regular cables, you go to something like a linear cable it's called. So linear cables have a special linear housing. The linear housing is much stiffer, much more resistant to getting kinks and ruining the cable inside. A lot of people get confused and believe that the inner cable is different, but the inner cable is actually the same. When you're referring to what's called a linear cable, it's actually the outer that's different. It's basically it's got a different way of manufacture compared to your standard kind of cable. You can search it up online if you want to know a bit more in depth about linear cables and their advantages, but basically if you're doing lots of bar spins or you're riding street or something like that and you want kind of like a lot of power and consistent power through your brake cable, you go for a linear cable. Kind of removes that spongy lever feeling, so when you grab the lever and then you can move it in more after the brake's engaged, that tends to be a lot less when you've got a linear cable. Now moving on to gyro cables, basically there's a few different ways to do gyro cables. I'll explain a couple of the basic ways. So basically you've got what's called like an upper cable. So I'll explain your basic generic. Oi! I'm trying to do it.